I'm now on Front Street. Made it this far. This is my favorite house. It was. That was my favorite house.
Let's go! Fire to there! Go! You just need to go, bro. Yeah, go, go, go!
Lincoln and Alexa, we are going to go to Maui. Normally that's a celebration thing to say. We're going to Maui, but it's not a vacation. Maui is the site of a terrible wildfire that has killed scores of people. It really looks like a war zone. It's shocking. And normally Rebel News doesn't cover tragedies like that. It's a tragedy, but it feels like it's more than that. It feels like we're not getting the full story. It feels like the political class is not as interested as I think they should be. There was this crazy moment when President Biden was asked about it, and he said, no comment.
President, any comments on the rising death toll in Maui?
Will you come talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
Like, not even my heart goes out to them. We're going to help them in every way we can. Like, you would think that would be the #1 story in America and in Canada too. I just feel like I felt when there was that train derailment and explosion in East Palestine, Ohio, the one that looked like a big mushroom cloud and no one was reporting. And we sent Lincoln and Efron just to follow the facts. And it's a little unusual for Rebel News because we focus on Canada a lot, but this is a story that I think the whole world is interested in. And I don't think we've got the facts. So I would like the two of you to go to Maui, not on a vacation, the opposite, to work, to find out what the facts are, to be very respectful of the local community because they've had a horrific tragedy and they're probably extremely sensitive right now. They probably look at the corporate media as vultures. And it's important for them to know that we are the opposite of the corporate media. We want to be the voice for ordinary people in Lahaina, in that part of Maui, and other parts, because the wildfires were all over the island. I think our purpose is to find out the facts that the regime media, that the corporate media don't seem interested in, to be very gentle and careful with the people, to respect them, and to be their voice. And if there's a dispute between authorities and the establishment versus the people, I know whose side we're on. I've asked both of you, and you both have made a donation in advance to the Red Cross Wildfire Relief. And in every video we do, I want us to tell our viewers to chip in to the Red Cross. And we have to crowdfund our trip ourselves, but I want every video we do to let our viewers know how to actually help. And I want us to be able to say that not only did we do good journalism here, but we actually helped people. And you both chipped in today. Thank you for that. We're going to send you for 4 days. I think that's enough to chase down some facts. Walk lightly, tread lightly, because it's a terrible thing that happened. So that's my thinking. Now, Alexa, you recently covered wildfires in Quebec. What are some of the things that you did there that you learned of how to deal with a community that was under attack by fire? How do you deal with them in a way that respects them and treats them kindly, but also gets news out?
It's first of all to be really sensitive to their situation. One that was a good point in the fire in Quebec, it's like community and houses was pretty protected from. Now we talk about residents who have people who die in their family. We have people who lost everything, their whole house, cars, everything, their whole life, their whole souvenir will be gone. So we need to be not only sensitive to them, respect them to their privacy if they don't want to talk, but also offer them a platform to tell their story, because it seems that political official seems to not really take that sensitive part of the story. When we see that Joe Biden have offered $700 per household, this is nothing to compare of everything that they lost. Some of the thing they lost, it's some souvenir that is not, you cannot buy with money.
Yeah, I'd like us to do investigating. What went wrong? I understand, for example, that the alarms didn't sound, that their notification system, I remember a few years back there was a false alarm for, I think it was a missile attack, and everyone's cell phone started beeping, you know, when you got those amber alerts. Why didn't that work this time? What happened? How did the fire get so out of control? I just want to get basic facts of what, almost like a hour by hour tick-tock on the clock, what happened. Lincoln, when you went to East Palestine, Ohio, it felt similar in that where was the national media? It felt like they didn't care or didn't pay attention, and they were deferring to authority and the establishment. It felt political, the deliberate ignoring of that story. I want you to use the same fact-finding approach in Maui.
I just want to start off by saying my heart goes out to everybody and anybody affected by the wildfires in Maui. Please support the communities out there by donating however you can, help them out. Red Cross, just give them some support. And I think it's very important to note that our intention going down there is to just give the people a voice and just report on the story, follow the facts wherever they lead. I think what we saw in East Palestine was locals in the community who were kind of frustrated and wanted outlets to give their voice, to have their opinions heard. So I think we can provide a platform to give them that voice, that opportunity to speak up and just let people know how they feel.
There's a lot of rumors on Twitter, a lot of rumors on the internet that some of them feel like gossip, some of them feel like scandals. We simply don't know the truth. So, for example, there's one rumor that billionaires want to buy up gorgeous Hawaiian beachfront property on a discount, because there's a lot of billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg, other tech billionaires buying up entire islands in Hawaii. So there's a rumor that might happen here. They might swoop in to buy real estate at a depressed price. Okay, I'm not sure how to chase that down, but let's try and chase rumors like that down. Let's try and find the facts and either debunk them or confirm them or say, look, we just don't know yet, but it's something we got to keep an eye on. Because I think online, this void of information has led to wild theories. Some might be true, but only by going on the ground will we find out. Now, you guys are traveling super economy class. We've got you an ultra cheap flight. You leave tomorrow very early. You're staying in a modest Airbnb. We are going to crowdfund our trip. It's important that we also crowdfund the Red Cross. So in every video, I want you to mention, hey folks, donate to the Red Cross like we have. But we have to pay for the flights and the Airbnb and the other costs of meals for you guys. I think that between your flights and the Airbnb and just food and things like that, I think it's going to cost about $4,000 Canadian or about $3,000 US. And we just have to crowdfund that because we don't have the budgets like CNN. So we are setting up our own website at thetruthaboutmaui.com. But never mention thetruthaboutmaui.com without first mentioning, hey, folks, if you haven't chipped in yet, go to the Red Cross. It's a balance we've got to strike. Look, we don't have the big budgets like CNN. We have to crowdfund our journalism. But let's be respectful of the people there and crowdfund for them too. Alexa, what do you think you're going to find? I think you're going to find a lot of sorrow and a lot of frustration, and I think you're going to find locals who don't have the answers either. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
But I think it's important to know, first of all, what they see, what they heard, because it seems that the sirens, they are testing every month. So why this time it didn't start? I want to know everything that what they did witness on the scene. So with that, we will be able to construct a little bit the landscape of what happened.
We want to make sure that we don't get in the way of any rebuilding or relief efforts. But we also want to scrutinize those relief efforts in this way. Are they on time? Are they attentive? Is there some political holdup? Is there red tape getting in the way? I think the two of you are right for this job. You have a gentle touch. You're authentic grassroots citizen journalists, and I think you'll make friends with them once they get over, oh, you're you're a foreign journalist. I think once they get over that, they'll warm up to you.
I think I just want to reiterate to anybody watching this that might be in Hawaii, in Maui, in the areas affected, that we're coming there just to speak to you guys and to hear your voice. So the only way we're going to be able to find out facts and get the truth is by speaking to people. We don't know anything. We have to be there and speak to people that actually experienced the wildfire and experienced the devastation. So I just want to reiterate the fact that we're coming down there to speak to you guys and just get your side of the story.
Yeah, I think that's important. We have a couple of mottos at Rebel News. One is telling the other side of the story, but one that I think really applies here is follow the facts wherever they lead. We're going in with an open mind. I see gossip on the internet, but I don't know if it's true. You guys have to have an open mind, listen to people, and don't have any preconceived notions, and always give the benefit of the doubt to the people. If it's the people versus the system or the people versus the authorities, we're on the side of the people, and hopefully that will make them open their communities to us. I wish you guys good luck, and I'll say to our viewers, we, both Lincoln and Alexa, have made a donation personally to the Red Cross. I think that's the right idea. We'll encourage our viewers to do so, but we also have to pay for our citizen journalism. We're going very economy class. If you want to chip in to get these two youngsters to Maui, not for a vacation, but for work, go to thetruthaboutmaui.com.